Modern world football is defined by a high-velocity standard. To compete, teams must maintain relentless intensity, constant sprinting, and strict positional discipline. Success in the current era usually comes down to hyper-athleticism. The most dominant teams win by using raw speed and rigid spatial control to simply run their opponents off the pitch. There is a logical assumption that follows this trend. For a team to be the reigning world champions, they must be the ultimate physical specimen of this modern style. Looking at how the sport has evolved, the World Cup trophy should belong to the fastest and most physically aggressive system on the planet. But the 2026 Argentina squad represents a total contradiction of those rules. When you analyze their core metrics, age, recovery pace, and pressing distance, they fall well behind the athletic standard of their rivals. At the center of the team is a captain who will turn 39 during the tournament. He rarely engages in the high press and spends the majority of the match walking while the play moves around him. Their defensive line lacks the elite recovery speed found in European powerhouses, and as a collective, the team has largely moved away from the aggressive, high-pressing systems that define the modern game. This creates a massive disconnect. In an era where football has never been faster or more physical, Argentina is attempting to defend the world title with a system that looks, on paper, like it belongs to a different century. The reason they aren't being overwhelmed is because head coach Lionel Scaloni has deliberately moved away from modern grid-based positional play. Instead, he uses relationism. While most assign players to rigid zones, Argentina allows players to cluster fluidly wherever the ball is. By packing technical players into a small space, they maintain possession through short passing, controlling the ball against faster opponents. This approach effectively turns an opponent's athleticism against them. When Argentina keeps the ball in clusters together, they force hyper-athletic teams to abandon their spacing and play at a suffocatingly slow tempo. This system relies on a specific midfield engine: Enzo Fernandez, Rodrigo De Paul, and Alexis Mac Allister. This trio handles the physical labor. They cover the ground and control the center of the pitch, leaving Messi entirely relieved of defensive duties. This allows Messi to function purely as a strategic playmaker. He conserves his energy for 80 minutes, specifically so he can orchestrate a few decisive moments that change the game. However, an aging core eventually hits a physical limit. Nicolas Otamendi provides vital leadership at the back, but even the best reading of the game can struggle to compensate for a loss of raw recovery speed over a long tournament. To bridge that gap, Scaloni has integrated younger talents like Nico Paz and Valentin Barco. These players provide the necessary bursts of energy and modern pace without breaking the team's intricate passing rhythm. It's a method of survival through specialization. The midfield provides the endurance required to shield the veterans, while the newer generation supplies the explosive movement needed to keep the system functional. The first test begins in Group J, where Argentina faces Algeria, Jordan, and a tactically disciplined Austria side. Austria uses a high press designed to break possession teams, and the path beyond the group leads directly toward athletic giants like France, England, or Spain. In 2022, Scaloni's system was a surprise. In 2026, the element of tactical mystery is gone. Opponents have had 4 years to analyze how Argentina moves. Every team in the knockout bracket will arrive with a game plan designed specifically to dismantle Argentina's rhythm. They are facing a world that has spent years deconstructing their specific style of play. Then there is the weight of history. No nation has successfully defended a World Cup title since Brazil in 1962. Most champions fail because their core players age, their tactics become predictable, and the intensity that won them the first title begins to fade. Argentina's 2026 squad is attempting to avoid that fate by doubling down on their identity. Instead of trying to match the speed of their rivals, they have refined a style that maximizes. Argentina has proven that even in an era of raw athleticism, the game can still be controlled through intelligence, chemistry, and the patience to play strictly at your own pace.